The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Into about the 23.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Got a man, it's Brown. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made at about the 38. It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to run.
And that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Well, quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Hill is going to take. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. It's Hill, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single-covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now it's Burrow. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here now, 2nd and 4. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Burrow looking to pass. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now Burrow on first down. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy,
touchdown, 49ers. Tyreek Hill, 31 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Burrow. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And Deebo going to have a Niners first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow will get this into the hands of Ayuk. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it down. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, a decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5. Now here's Mahomes. This short throw caught by Goddard. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Gets around him. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is. In these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Well, he will make it back to the line of scrimmage, but that is all. 4th down coming up as we reach the 2-minute warning. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Brown. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes in the offense, trailing 10-3. 1:53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. contact. Brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd. See if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Mahomes. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And out across midfield down to the 45.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Mahomes to throw it. That one complete down the field to Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
The design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Mahomes. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if hit it.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Mahomes will throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take around. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. What does he got?
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
McCaffrey is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
Third and goal. Burrow. And he is in for the score. Absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. So it's a win for the Niners here, and the man leading the way was their quarterback, CD. That's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly. We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that one complete downfield to Kupp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Jefferson. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now it's Mahomes again. And it's incomplete. Finally an incompletion. He was 5-5 before that last throw to start this game.
So he is human. All right, so we found out after the way he began, okay, he can have an incompletion here or there, but I love what they've done right from the word go. They just need to pay it off with a touchdown now.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. 49ers nothing. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And they go play action now. Burrow. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Mahomes now on first down. That is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Blown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Connects with Kittle underneath.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This 2nd and 4. Again, it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown 49ers. Tyreek Hill, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Niners are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Shoves him aside. This one brought in by Jefferson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7.
It's showtime, baby. Let's go. Oh, let's turn it up.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Burrow on play action. Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he gets this up past the 40.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now 2nd and 9. They go play action with Burrow. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Here's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play with the score Cowboys 21, 49ers 7.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. How about the safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack? Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught, and he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Pollard again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Here's Hill on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. So now the Niners down by 2 touchdowns, 1:47 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. To throw, Burrow. Connecting with Hill, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Burrow. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Throwing, Burrow. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now Burrow. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.